La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I see ya. Hold tight. Well, the giggles Ed. Sorry this is a bit late out. Just been well. Yeah, I ended up watching the giggle at 2 in the morning originally, so you can see that I've been a little bit busy. But anyway, here's my review of it. So, the giggle, the third and final of the 60th anniversary specials for Doctor Who, and probably the one I was most hyped for. And I'm going to start off just jumping with spoilers because I don't really know where to start. Well, there's that, and kind of that. I'm going to start off with the Toy Maker. I flippin' loved him. Literally. Probably the best villain I've seen in Doctor Who in years. I just from in the top coat and tails dancing around just while anarchy is going on and speaking in French to the very German kind of accent for the toys. I just love the Toy Maker. So many cool moments from the puppet scene with the past companions. Well, I say the past companions, the Moffat companions. Ah, ah, here's Amy Pond. She died. He was killed by the weeping angels. Well, that's all right. Oh gosh, I just loved the Toy Maker. And I mean, I wasn't I was expecting us to do this, but I shouldn't have been surprised considering they did with Master, and then it was done last year with Power of the Doctor. But I wasn't expecting the Toymaker to have a full-on song and dance number, though. Technically, I probably should have expected that because Neil Patrick Harris. I loved that scene. It was just crazy. So much this episode was just insane. I loved it. Um, so yeah, I think the Toymaker is probably one of my favourite villains coming up. Well, recent villains of recent times. So technically, it's a very, very old villain going back to the 1960s, which I'm. I think they've done the right thing with upgrading the Toymaker, but oh wow, I was so glad to see the Toymaker again. So yeah, Donna, fantastic as ever. Same with the Doctor. More on the Doctor later. Um, the puppetry in this. Oh my goodness, the bit where they kind of end up in the toy maker's shop and they were being chased in the hall of mirrors, the corridor of doors. When I say hall of mirrors, I don't know, but the corridor of doors. I mean, that was quite something. Um, yeah. So and the dolls were creepy from the marionette. What's a weird puppet on a string thing? Lonely Goat Herd style puppets of the guy from the intro to the version of the Doctor and that was a bit disconcerting. And then the what are they called? The baby things that were attacking Donna. Ugh. Yeah. Not a big fan of creepy dolls. I was a bit surprised they didn't lean in more to the worldwide panic plague thing, but that did lead to. I'm I'm glad they focused on the toy maker, but I feel like they could have explored that a bit more. And the kind of concept of it, the fact that the toy maker's puppet by the toy maker's puppets was the first image on TV, like a TV image. That was clever. How once the moment that the entire world got connected, everyone started to think they're right. And I love there was some bits of social commentary in that with the cancel culture, the and kind of the politicians and just kind of that sort of stuff. And I think had Trinity Wells back, kind of being slightly anti-vaxxery with the ZX. Was what the armband things were called. That was quite a that was quite a moment seeing Kate Stewart. I mean, I think in the context of episode, I think the others were like, she needed they needed to show her, but I was a bit like, ooh, character we like going on a mad rant about stuff that is not true, but it's kind of because yeah, that was interesting, and I think it was good to show that how it was affecting me. It was also a bit like, ooh, especially for poor Shirley, because yeah, Shirley was back, didn't do as much as I won't say the Star Beast, but it's the yeah, it's Star Beast, not the I won't say the Giggle. This is the Giggle. Words are hard, but yes, she was in it, as was Bonnie Langford. Now I had seen rumours and I'd seen rumours of leaks, which I tried not to get caught up in, but it's hard not to. But I thought it was really nice seeing Bonnie Langford back. We know she's in it next year for the series, which is amazing. And I loved how not only did they get her character to be using a computer because she was supposed to be a computer expert back in the 80s and never touched a computer, so yeah, but also I loved how they did slightly use Bonnie Langford's singing and dancing with the arpeggio laugh thing and being spun round by the toy maker. So yeah, I mean I loved the dancing. I loved Kate being dragged into a tango. Not the throwing against the wall, but that was a bit like, but the what's to call it? I like Strictly Okay. I find I'd love to do a tango, but yes, that was just so much fun, and I just loved the toy maker. And Neil Patrick Harris deserves a lot of praise for that role because it was chaotic, it was over the top, but it was so much fun. I mean, it was also quite creepy at times. Like the stuff in the house was creepy. I mean, some of the concepts and there was two moments where in the middle of the Spice Girls number, he turned two guards into what I first thought was blues, but apparently they're rubber balls. I'm just thinking that's the way he was doing the juggling. How that back to that in a second, but where he turned them into balls, and the doctor was like the only thing he says like they're dead. It's just like what that was just chaos. Um, I love how they did incorporate his talents of card tricks, magic, juggling. I mean, for a if to have a big villain and to get someone like Neil Patrick Harris in for Doctor Who, what a name for them to get in, and also what what a character and what a load of skills. It's just amazing. Um, what other stuff were there before I get on to the big stuff? Can't think. That was something I loved. Just all the references to past stuff from all the toy makers going on about oh I've played with guardians and turned them into voodoo dolls and the master is now stuck in a gold tooth. The master will be back, let's be honest, because they did the Flash Gordon style ending with the master for series 3. They've done it again here. So the master will be back at some point, but that's inevitable. When you've got a character like the master, they keep coming back. Um, from that to then the doctors at the end discussing all the losses, and I mean now they confirmed Sarah Jane has passed away. Universe, that's a bit like, ooh, but also mentioning things like Mavic Chen and the keys to time and all these different deep cuts of Doctor Who lore that were just amazing to hear. Um, okay, there's no getting away from it. The big event of the episode, the regeneration, double Doctor bi-generation thing. I'm mixed on it. I thought cool idea in concept, kind of, but I'm not sure I really wanted to see it, if that makes sense. And also, I was just a bit. I'm used to regeneration happening a certain way. So that's probably why, for me, I was a bit like, how is this working? And I did feel like it kind of got wrapped up a little bit easily, kind of with a simple throw and catch game. And that was the other thing. That was another line that I love where someone was like, I believe they're still falling. And when he was kind of implying that he shoved the guards of the giant laser off the tower. Yeah, I mean, the throw and catch game, it worked, and it worked in concept, but I don't know, just the whole regeneration thing did seem a little bit. I don't know, I'm just not sure on it. Because we've never had anything like it, and the fact there's now technically two doctors with David Tennant's 14th Doctor now kind of living on Earth with the nobles. That that was it's an idea. I'm not sure if I necessarily like it as an idea. I do feel like it's a little bit convenient if they want to bring David Tennant back in, say, the 70th, or I don't know. If everyone bring him back now, they've got a way of bringing him back. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I just, I did also with the fact they doubled the TARDIS. That is because that doesn't mean that the Doctor will go off on adventures or not. I mean, I get he's supposed to be on like this rehab kind of resting thing, but I mean, I know what I'm like. I wouldn't be able to resist having an adventure. I'd love to just jet off somewhere. It's nice seeing the Noble family again at the end. I like how they kind of wrote in around Wilf. Though I'm not sure I'd have referenced him shooting moles. I just couldn't. I don't know. It just something about that felt a little. I think the idea of Wilf with a gun. I mean, we know he had one hidden for end of time, but I'm just a bit like, hmm. But no, it was nice seeing the nobles again a little bit at the end, and kind of confirming that this. I mean, I don't think we'll see most of them again, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, I've heard rumors that Rose could be back, which I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to see anyone return. But yeah, and then we've got the new Doctor, which I'm not gonna speak about too much because, as I've said, I wasn't really taking the episode in too much when I watched it, as it was at that point when the 15th Doctor came in. It was probably about 3 in the morning. But I feel like I need to see more of him to have a proper opinion. I think I like what they've done so far, but I want to see more, a lot more. I like how they also made the TARDIS accessible with the wheelchair thing, because as I've seen like on some behind the scenes things, it is something that there are people that it will resonate with, and it'll make them feel included, that they can see themselves going on an adventure in time and space. Yeah, and so wrapping up, I've had so much to say this episode. I feel like I've covered everything. I don't know if I've covered everything. There was too much to take in with this episode, really, and I need to give it more than one watch because I loved parts of it. I was a bit baffled by others. I was a little bit, but I think overall, like with all the specials so far, I think I'll give it an 8. It was the crowd pleaser. It was the it was probably the big 60th special. So yeah, overall, I think the 60th anniversary specials have been decent. I don't know. I don't think any of the episodes, except for maybe the second one, will be like ones that in future will be like. I don't think they'll knock things like Blink off top 10 charts, but I think they have done. I think they've cemented their place in the universe, and yeah, I don't know what video if I'll get a video out before Christmas, but if I don't, the next time I'll be doing video is the what's called the Ballad of Ruby Road. That's nice because I've had the Ballad of Sarah Berry. Cool song. Bad Murder's Prom Queen. Long story. I've had but the church on Ruby Road, which on Christmas Day, I probably won't have a video up Christmas Day. I reckon it'll probably be the 27th. I might try and get it out Boxing Day because it'll be Christmas. And until next time, oh, that was another thing. Kind of the regeneration line of Alonzi is predictable, but kind of cool. And also, I like the fact that the Toymaker did just laser him, despite the Doctor trying to be like, we could be celestial together. I was thinking it was very Aziraphale and Crowley. Crowley, I think. Yeah, I've watched Good Omens. That's why I learnt every day on the piano a few months back. Good Omens. I wonder how many fan edits there'll be in weeks to come of fan stuff with Aziraphale and Crowley being investigating the Toymaker. Well, we'll see. So until next time or Christmas or whenever, Alon Z.